Yo, we back at it again, man. Oh man. What can I say, man? It's been a very eventful week, man. What really can I say? Um, we got a lot of stuff going on in sports this week. If you've been tuning into the IG page, KluB24 the podcast, suggest y'all go follow that and tune in and tap in. And as you can see, this graphic right here tells a lot of how crazy the week's been. Cooper Kupp and the Seahawks jersey, crazy graphic, right? But welcome back to another episode of KB24. We've had a crazy week across the sports world, and we're just here to talk about it. We're just here to we're here to just talk about it and break it down, man. Um, from major NFL free agency news to NBA investigations to hold on, and there is my boy Street. How you doing, big dog?
What's going on today on this beautiful Sunday night?
Man, chilling, just getting the introductory going through. Like I was telling him, man. A lot of shit been going on, man. Like you know yourself, a lot of shit been going on. Goddamn, we got NFL free agency moves. Cooper Kupp, as you can see in the background, is a Seahawk now. We got the Thunder under investigation. We got a lot of stuff going on. But since you in here, let's
Mm-hmm.
not waste no time. Let's get straight to business. Adoree Jackson, after about 4 or 5 years, you've been screaming it for about 4 or 5 years. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, feeling good. We got our first Super Bowl this year, so all the doubters need to be quiet right about now. But it is a new season, so free agency is a part of the a part of us right now. And
Yes, sir. Yes,
Philadelphia,
sir.
we did make a move. We signed Adoree Jackson, adding even more depth and already to a talented defense. Jackson is coming off an injury plug season with the Giants. But now he's looking to turn things around in Philly, which we much needed because we lost Slay. And let's not forget he's
Facts.
following the footsteps of Saquon Barkley, another former Giant who left the Eagles and ended up
Facts.
with the ring. Question
Facts.
is, could history repeat itself, man? We're gonna see.
Hey, listen, right. That's the question of the day, man. Can history repeat itself? You feel me? Like you just said, Philly
Mm-hmm.
just got a lot stronger, and that secondary behind Cooper Dejan and what was it, Quinion Mitchell?
Queen
That was
Mitchell,
the
yeah.
yeah, that was the other rookie. You feel me? Like you said, he had an injured season, but his total career as a whole, Adoree hasn't been bad. Adoree hasn't been a bad player. He has 400 plus tackles and 4 interceptions throughout what probably an 8 year career so far. And he brings that veteran leadership that I say that could possibly be needed, to just get those guys that are already there over the hump. You feel me? Because he was the
Yeah.
guy. He was the guy in the DB room out there
Mm-hmm.
in New York. You feel me? And my question of the day is, you feel me? Low key is like you said, he followed in Saquon's footsteps and came over to the Eagles. Does Adoree fill in those shoes that CJ GJ and Darius Slay, does he help kind of fill those shoes? Because the young
That's
guys, they step up and they go ahead and do
yeah.
what they got to do. But does he fill those shoes as the veteran?
That's an excellent question, especially asking somebody that's from Philly, is a big Eagles fan. I look at it as him taking that leadership role. I feel as though him and the Young Bucks is gonna do all right. My only thing would be is his scheme because with Vic Fangio, his scheme is zone.
Mm-hmm.
Adore
Mm-hmm.
is more like a man coverage type player, but we're gonna see with the season coming up. But that's a good question. I think the first 4 games gonna tell us. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. So to round it off, I'm gonna ask you this, but I'm already knowing the answer. Do you feel like Philly has what it takes to go back to back? Or they got some holes to fill after losing a couple pieces. You feel me? Like, what's your take? What's your take?
Not to be biased, but let me tell you something, K Dot. We going back to back, man. We got the best receivers, 1-2 punch in the game. We got the best running back in the game, the best O line in the game, and we have a quarterback that got the intangibles. He might not be in the top four. We all know who those four are, but he got the intangibles that can overcome all of that. And out of those four, who got the ring? You feel what I'm saying? So I think we're going to be neck and neck with Detroit and the Commanders. I got to give them their props too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to disrespect them. So I'll put us up there. Put us up there.
That's bad. That's bad. That's a bad.
Yeah,
Now, you feel me? I hate to, stay on topic of y'all losing players, but
yeah, yeah.
Mekhi Becton to the Chargers.
Uh,
Folks landed a key piece for their offensive line signing. Super Bowl champion, Mekhi
uh, you know what's
Becton.
funny though? We, you know what's funny? Um, Howie Roseman, man, the best GM in the league. He moved Mekhi Becton from right tackle to right guard, and he flourished. You feel what I'm saying? He flourished. Now,
Had a great season.
my question to you is, do you think the Chargers are going to keep him at right guard, or they're going to move him back out to right tackle?
I say, I,
Yeah, yeah, because that's a big difference. You feel what I'm saying?
I say, because me personally, is I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my 2 cents out of that one. Because I don't want to talk bad on the Chargers. I don't want to talk bad
Yeah,
on the Chargers, you know. But they can make some
that's
stupid decisions. That's what I will say. So if they
facts.
move him back, this 2-year deal is worth nothing. This
Nothing.
2-year
Yeah,
deal is worth nothing. If they move him back, this 2-year deal is worth zero
yeah,
squat diddly. But if they keep him where he is, they give, like I said, much needed protection for Justin Herbert, who is maybe top 10 in the league, top 15. You feel me? If
yeah,
give or take, if you're gonna add the rookie class, but you feel me? He is a great quarterback, and all he really needs is more protection. He needs receivers, but you start with that protection first, especially for a quarterback like him, a big arm
yeah.
quarterback. He can make any receiver look good. He just needs the protection to do it. You feel me?
You do, you do. Now back to your topic of us losing Makai. We did make a trade with the Texans. You stated that a couple
Facts.
podcasts ago. We did get King Green, but I think if anybody knows anything, Howie Roseman drafts well, so I'm not too
Facts.
worried about it.
Facts. Facts. It
But
ain't nothing like y'all goddamn. It ain't like
yeah,
y'all just missed out on everybody.
exactly, exactly. And we got some picks out of it. Believe it or not, just to cover this in the podcast, Howie Roseman has 20 picks in the next two drafts.
Ooh, yeah.
20 picks. That's
Ain't 10
big for
apiece.
us. That's highway robbery, and it's going to be interesting to see what we do in the next two drafts. So yeah, losing Makai hurt, but we're gonna see.
Man. So me personally, I'm gonna stick on the Mekhi Becton situation for a little bit.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give my opinion on his career real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah,
At just 25 years old, the man has landed on his now third team, and what looked like that would not have happened because coming off a Super Bowl run, and you guys already have a loaded fucking lineman room. That didn't look like it would happen. It honestly looked like he had found a home in Philly, but
hmm,
the question, the question still begs me for the kid is, what is he doing? Why are you why are you not retainable? Why are people letting you go? You're nothing but 25 years old. This is your third
young.
team.
He's
Your,
young.
your your third team and your offensive lineman. Offensive linemen don't get shipped around like this. This is very
No.
unheard of for offensive linemen. So me personally, I just really want to know, is this gonna be his home or is this just gonna be another 2-year rental, 1-year rental, and
Yeah,
he's on to the next, you feel me? That's just
yeah.
my personal question for his career.
That's a good analogy of the kid because he was a top 10 pick in the draft,
Come
and
on,
for
man.
you to
Come
be
on.
moved around like that, something ain't right. But I know why we did it because the way how we drafts and how we kind of plug pieces in that same spot.
Facts.
But that question around him is he going to flourish in Los Angeles or not? Because like we kind of mentioned earlier, are you going to move back to right tackle or are you going to stay on right guard? And that's a big difference.
Facts.
So season is going to answer a lot of questions for us about that right there.
Hey, man. So we personally don't watch Chargers football, but the question to wrap this right here up is, how much does this signing improve the Chargers offensive line? Because in my opinion, when I did
Yeah,
watch football for the Chargers, that shit was horrendous. That shit was not good.
yeah.
Justin
Herbert
Herbert
was
was
getting sacked
running for
left and
his
right.
life, and does this right here put them in the category to make real steps for that Super Bowl contention that they've been looking for, the quite
Hmm.
literally ever since they've been heard of. Does
Yeah,
this add to that, or is this just another simple signing that could just possibly blow back up in their faces?
yeah. And just to kind of piggyback off that, let's not deny the fact that the Chargers was a playoff team last year. So I give them
Facts,
credit for adding Mekhi Becton to the offensive line to kind of shore up that line, but it ain't just about one person, so we're gonna see. You know what I mean? Because they was a playoff team last year. They got spanked in the first round, so only thing they can do is improve and give Herbert some protection. So we're gonna see.
man. And to hit the next topic, as we said, the topic of the day to me personally, Seahawks bringing Cooper Kupp back to the land
Woo!
after shipping out DK Metcalf, cutting Tyler Lockett. You get you get Cooper Kupp on a 3-year, $45 million deal, and you get Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and you keep
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Jackson. Mm-hmm.
With a new quarterback and Sam Darnold on $100 million deal, me personally,
Woo!
like you said, that's very crazy.
Very.
I also said a couple podcasts ago, I don't really see the reason in them keeping the Geno Smith experiment going because that's all I see this being. Geno Smith had
Yeah.
a great comeback year and got a
Yeah.
contract, and that's the same thing Sam Darnold is. Great comeback year, contract. Let's see if it works out. If it doesn't, ship him off. And you also add DeMarcus Lawrence and Josh Jones to reinforce both sides of the ball on the defensive
Which was
and offensive
huge.
line, which
That
was
was huge.
huge, which was
Yeah.
huge. But what does this Cooper Cup? What does this Cooper? What does this Cooper Cup? What does this Cooper Cup signing do for them?
Well, first things first, with the Cooper Cup signing, when I first seen it, it kind of made sense because he went back home.
Facts,
He went to college up in Washington, so that kind of
facts.
made sense to me. But at the same time, it's like y'all got rid of Geno, y'all bring in Darnold. Is this a retool? Is this a rebuild? It's kind of a mixture of both. Adding DeMarcus Lawrence and Jones, it kind of looks like it's a retool of the team. Um,
Hmm.
but my only question mark is looking at that NFC West. My only question is Sam Darnold. I mean, the boy folded like a lawn chair into the season. You feel what I'm saying? And he still got the $100 million
Yeah,
contract. So it makes
yeah.
me scratch my head on where they're kind of going with this.
Like,
But the defense is still there in Seattle. They got the receivers now. It's the quarterback. It's the QB. So with the QB, who knows where the Seahawks is going to be actually ranked in the NFC West. The 49ers going to take a step back, I believe. The Cardinals is coming. And the Rams, let's not forget who the Rams got. You mentioned a couple podcasts ago, the Rams got Devontae. So, you know what I
yeah,
mean? They coming
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, Seattle kind of like in that middle pack. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm
Middle of
saying?
the pack.
So, yeah, they in the middle of the pack right now. They like they the Cowboys version right now. So they in the middle of the pack. You don't know where to place
Hey,
them
calling
knees.
the
You know what I'm
Seahawks
saying?
the Cowboys is low key
Yeah,
disrespectful. Low
yeah. That
key, and that's disrespectful towards the Seahawks, not the Cowboys. Fuck the
that is
Cowboys.
kind of true. Kind
Fuck
of true,
Dallas.
but I don't know. I don't know where to put them boys at when they sign Sam Darnold. So that's what makes me kind of like say,
That
I
was kind
like
of
the
like a Dak
signings.
Prescott move, though. That was kind of like a Dak Prescott move
Yeah, that's
because
what I'm
Dak really
saying.
hasn't proved anything, and they're still handing this man like
The
everything and
money.
more.
That's what
So,
I'm saying.
like,
$100 million quarterback and the team's still trash. So you know what I'm saying. So it just make you scratch your head like, all right, y'all
it make you
got
want
the
to look like,
Marcus.
yo, what the hell are y'all doing out there? Like, and then
Yeah,
another
y'all
thing,
trade away.
if we're gonna speak on the Cowboys real quick, another thing
Yeah.
is you haven't signed Michael Parsons. You haven't given Michael Parsons an extension. You gave I forget the D tackle's name, but you gave him a hefty extension. And
Yes.
I think if they haven't already, because I'm not too sure, I think it was being talked about in the middle of the season. I might be tripping, but I think they also got to worry about CD coming up as well.
Yep. Yep. CD as well. But here's my thing. Why are y'all taking so long to sign this man? That's their problem in dollars. They wait too long to sign their players and they got no money in free agency.
Yeah,
The man should
facts.
have been got the contract. He should have been got his contract.
CD should have got his contract before
That
Dak.
too.
CD should have got his
Way
contract
before
before
that.
Dak.
Way before that. And not to say, speaking of Michael Parsons, let me bring this to your attention. He got into a Twitter beef with
Yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence, who we talking about in Seattle. And it seems like to me, everybody got something to say about Cowboys when they leave. Does it seem a little fishy to you or not? That everybody that leaves that team got something to say
Hey,
about old
I,
boy.
I thought it. I thought it. I just ain't say nothing. I thought
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
thought about it. Like, you feel me?
So
Like, even the players were saying, "Oh, like we not winning over there." Like, I need to leave. Like this man got on quite literally got on air and told the world I wanted to come to a team that I felt like could possibly come out on top. I know they
yeah,
not coming out on top, so I just need to get the fuck away from them. I don't know about these
basically, that
guys.
man said, "I don't care if I go anywhere. I ain't being there because they ain't
I
winning
don't want to
nothing."
be there no more, nigga.
That is crazy.
That's
That is
crazy work.
crazy. So just to sum that Cowboys up, I mean, they kind of in the same boat, but Seattle got a better chance, I feel like. It's just the quarterback play. If Darnold going to show up like how he was at the beginning of the season, or is he going to fold like them last 2 games of the season to end it out? So even in the playoffs, he looked a little shaky.
Facts.
So,
Facts,
you
man.
know, they got weapons. They got rid of Metcalf, which was kind of like a head scratcher, but he asked for out, so you gotta
You
do
gotta
what
you
it's
gotta respect
told.
it, man. You know,
Yeah.
he
So,
gave y'all the best probably the best years of his career. We're gonna be for real because we don't know what the fuck he finna get out there in
yeah,
Pittsburgh and
and
do because they
oh
ain't got no
no,
fucking quarterback. So we don't know what the
exactly.
fuck finna happen out there in Pittsburgh for the guy.
Him and Pickens might be fighting for all we know for the balls. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I know
So
they
who
finna be hitting
knows?
for number 14. Like they would have said jersey number. they
You already
they
know.
probably already in the locker room ready to hit by that jersey number. Nah, like ain't no
Mm-hmm.
telling. Ain't no telling, man. But
Mm-hmm.
I pray both sides of those. You feel me? I pray both sides see success this year. Not more
Yep.
success than my Falcons. You know.
Yeah.
I pray my Falcons make the goddamn playoffs, and if they don't make the Falcon, if they don't make the playoffs, then it's my Eagles. Then it's my Eagles. We
Then
already
it's
know how this shit go.
Eagles.
We already know how this shit
But
go, man.
just to kind of like end this whole thing with the Falcons, you speaking on the Falcons, I did hear rumors, and we hate to talk about rumors. We like to bring breaking news, real news.
We like to bring the
I
real
heard your
news, but
boys. I heard your boys might keep Cousins, man. I heard your boys might keep him.
that
That's what I'm
that is
hearing.
not a rumor. That is not a rumor. We're keeping
So,
him for the salary
okay,
cap purposes. We're keeping him for the
okay,
salary cap purposes. If we were to cut him, we would have been up shit's creek for probably a decade, if I'm gonna be for real.
okay.
So
The dead cat would have been crazy.
yeah, the dead cap would have been outrageous. Like it would have messed us up. No, we don't even like not to disrespect the guy, but we were probably not even gonna re-sign Kyle Pitts anyways. But we wouldn't have even been able to do that if we would have cut him. Like you feel me? Like
Yeah, yeah.
it would have messed up everything. And like, keeping him after I think it was
June
June
first.
yeah, June 1st, keeping him after June 1st, his salary drops from this mega fucking huge contract to just 10 mil a year. So honestly, it gets to a manageable point, and it gets to a point to where like, all right, bet, like a team like the Steelers or the Giants could come in and be like, all right, bet, we got two,
Right.
we got a third rounder or a fourth rounder. Hey, you give us Cousins and we pick up that bad contract. We just need somebody to come play football, which they really do. Like, both of those teams do just need somebody to come play football if we're going to be a buck.
So in Penix you trust? Is that what I'm hearing?
And Penix, we trust, man.
Okay.
Listen, right? Listen, right? Listen, right? It's an MPJ in the NBA, and he's the fake MPJ. We gotta get Penix Jr. the MPJ moniker, man. We gotta get Penix Jr. the MPJ moniker, man. Because the Michael Porter Jr. that got fake, man. I don't know about that guy. But Michael Penix, that's the guy. That is the
That's
guy.
the guy right
Listen,
there.
right? I'm putting the next decade of my franchise into Michael Penix. Can I lie?
He got the weapons. Y'all got the O line. Y'all got B John. You know what I'm saying? So it's looking good. It's looking
We
good for
got the
y'all.
pieces. We got the
Y'all
pieces.
got
We
the
just need to make
pieces.
sure we got the pieces to start the fact. We got the pieces to start the longevity run. We just got
Yeah,
to make sure we add the right things and make sure this shit goes right. But
yeah.
my
Well,
question to you is real quick:
hmm
where is Shador Sanders going in that draft, man?
that is a hell of a question because a lot of question marks is coming about this man that I don't see.
I don't see
People
him.
be forgetting. People be forgetting. This is Deion's son. Deion's son played a hell of a career in Colorado. I see him as a top 10 pick. Them saying he might be a late first is crazy work.
Utterly
Crazy
disrespectful.
work. Utterly
Disrespectful.
disrespectful. He's a top 10 pick. He proved himself with no O line. Let's not forget they had no O line in Colorado.
The worst O line in college football.
So I see Shador going top 10 behind Cam Ward and yeah,
I
behind
definitely,
Cam Ward.
I definitely see
Yeah,
Cam Ward going if not number one in the draft overall, I see him the
top
first
3.
QB off the bill, off the
Yeah,
board.
top 3 for sure. Top
Facts.
3. So let me ask you. Let me rephrase that question to you. Where do you see Shador at? Top 10, top 15?
I see Shador. I see Shador in the top 15, and that's just only because it's a lot of teams that have a lot of things to fill, and this isn't one of those lopsided drafts. This isn't where one position is loaded, so we must be in the draft for this position. Like,
Yeah,
nah, if you need a lineman, you can go get a generational lineman possibly. You need a
right.
running back, you can go get a generational running back possibly. You need a quarterback.
Yes.
There's two sitting on the top of the board, and like five others that can come in and do this. Not the same thing, but change the franchise as well. You need a wide receiver. It's generational wide receivers in this draft. Like, it's a lot of positions out there that have great players. But me personally, I see him going top 15 for the simple fact you got guys like Abdul Carter, I want to say Will Campbell.
Yep.
You
Travis
got a lot of
Hunter.
you got a lot
You
of
got some
positional
players.
players that are definitely scouted highly and ahead of him. So it's just really
Now,
about what team gets there first to pick him type shit.
my only pushback to that would be just based on recent drafts, a lot of teams get trigger happy with QBs in the draft. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I'm holding on to that little golden nugget that QBs might just I mean not QB teams might jump up and want to go grab them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's only why I say top 10, but then again, you got to give up a lot to get top 10, so top 15 kind of make more sense. And I see where you're going with that. I got a draft question for you.
What's going?
Homeboy out of Boise State.
Action?
Where do you see him going? Top 10,
Uh,
top 15, top 20. Is there a fit you see for him? You know, you know how we
I
deal
say
with him
this.
on college football, so you already know how he is for real, for real. But our team's really gonna risk to go up to get a running back.
Listen, right. I said this. It was the very first live stream. I said this on multiple occasions outside of the live stream. I feel like Ashton, great player, damn near generational, bro. You went out there, you put up numbers that I have quite literally never seen in my fucking life. Like only
Yeah.
while playing the video game, bro. So if we're gonna be for real, right? I have him maybe top 20, top 15.
Hmm.
For the simple fact, the guy that I have in in my top 10 is a running back, but it's not him. It's Cam Scatterbo. Cam Scatterbo is the better version of him because
Yes.
Scatterbo is more, versatile.
Hmm.
He can catch. He can catch. If we're gonna fucking, tell the full story, catch, pass, run the ball, hit stick, knock a block off. He's a fucking backyard football player. Taysom Hill if you want to be down there. Goddamn, you just really don't get no better than that. And it really just depends on what team's needs are. Like my memory can't serve me well right now and tell me who's all in the top 10, 15 of the draft right now. But I
Yeah.
for sure see Scatterbo going close to the Cowboys, with their first pick.
Well, with that being said, let me give you my bold prediction for next season. Scottaboo will be in the top 3 for Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh
That's how
yeah.
much I like him. That's how much I
Oh
like him.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Top 3
Scotabo
for Rookie of the
definitely
Year.
for top three rookie of the year, man.
So
He might
I can see that.
honestly he might honestly, it depends on where he goes.
Depends on where
He
he goes.
might honestly be damn near
He can
unanimous because
play
the
all
kid is
positions on
crazy.
offense.
The
Yeah,
kid
he
is
can play all
crazy.
positions. So I can see that happening. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
All right. So we're gonna jump sports real quick, big dog, if you still got a little time.
Yeah, yeah, come on.
All right. But we're gonna head over to the NBA storylines for the week, man. And the NBA been kind of quiet, been a whole lot of playoff games going on. But something interesting did happen. And the Thunder are in some deep doo-doo right now, my boy. The Thunder,
Ooh.
The Thunder are in some deep trouble. Thunder are under
Woo.
investigation for violating the player participation policy. March 7th against the Portland Trailblazers. They honestly blew them out, so I don't know why they're under investigation, but it was a 107 to 89 victory against the Portland Trailblazers where Aaron Wiggins dropped, I feel like, is the career high 30 points, and the rest of the reserves just came in and filled the roles that they, watched every other night. So for me personally, like I said, the NBA is investigating it, and the players that they are investigating truly, because the players that were sat down were, as we know, the whole starting five:
Yep.
SGA, Jalen Williams, Is- Isaiah Hartenstein, Lou Dort, and Chet Holmgren, and they also sat key reserve and special second year player, Casey Wallace. So, with all that being said, Jalen Williams is the one who is also who is under the scrutiny right now because they sat him down with a wrist injury and they gave Shai Gilgeous-Alexander the rest day. The only reason why Jalen is under the microscope is for the simple fact that he was an all-star this year. The rules were changed in the 2023-2024 season, right before that season started, and the rules were implemented that you had like you well, you have to have your guys playing, bro. You have to have at least one of your all stars playing, and if they're not gonna play, if both aren't gonna play, they can't sit out extended periods of time, and it can't look too fishy. Quite literally, after they all sat that game, them niggas suited up the next night.
Next
So
night.
it does look
So
very fishy. It
it
does look
looks
very
bad.
fishy.
Well, let's get
But
down to business. First of all, they're going to get found guilty because there is no way in the world all five of them boys was hurt at the same time. They didn't even really need them, but I mean, at the same time, Blazers had they 4 or 5 out there, and
you
they
got
still
beat by
lost.
20.
Some
You got
boys
beat by
will get
20 by the
fined.
reserves.
Reserves. Some boys will be fined 100K by the end of this week. Unfortunately, uh, but Jalen Williams, them boys are not hurt, man. It's crazy, but at the same time, listen, they all everybody doing the NBA. NBA is just is a joke right now with all of these players resting and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So finding them 100K is a little slap on the wrist if you ask me. That's a
Yeah,
slap on the wrist.
slap on the wrist. But that's just the
Because you
first
messing with
offense.
people money. You messing with people money. You gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? With these sports, legal and betting and stuff like that, they messing with a lot of people money. So I can see
Facts.
why they want to do something to them, but finding them for 100K ain't nothing. Because
Yeah.
somebody's ticket might have been more for that. You feel what I'm saying? So
And
betting
then
on players.
it's not even a player fine. It's a team fine. So the
It's a
player ain't
team
seeing
fine.
the player still doesn't really probably give a damn at the end of the day.
No, they don't give a damn. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They don't care. You gotta find them players or do something because it's gonna keep happening. I mean, look at the
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard situation.
Kawhi
That
sat
got
damn near
crazy.
2 years.
2 years.
That shit was out of pocket, bro. They should have implemented that
Yeah.
when that nigga started doing it. They should have implemented this when that nigga started doing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
that nigga said
Mm-hmm.
2 years. I love Kawhi Leonard, bro, but 2 years off the court is very unexplainable and unacceptable for your fans and your team.
OKC egregiously sat down their whole five and said, go ahead, reserves. Go ahead, do your thing. And they did it. And they did it. So, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it's telling me they ain't even need their starters.
I
It sounded like
mean,
to me, they said, Blazers, we ain't gonna do y'all dirty like that. We ain't gonna do y'all dirty like that because we'd have probably blew y'all about 50. We had our
listen,
starters in
man.
there.
Listen, man. It's getting.
It's
But
bad.
I, yeah, I ain't want to keep it simple, but it just don't get no simpler than that, bro. It's getting real bad. And
Bad.
if somehow, some way, y'all boys get a hold of this, right? Listen, man, coming to you as a fan, not an analyst, not a numbers guy. Coming to you as a fan. We want to see y'all play, bro. It is
Yeah.
y'all's
Yeah.
jobs to literally go out there and play. It ain't. It's just like when y'all go into the grocery stores and come to the hospital. It's our jobs as regular citizens,
To provide
to
service.
provide the services, man. Yeah, provide the services, man.
So,
Ah,
with that being said, so let me say, you're a Lakers fan.
facts.
You buy tickets to the Lakers game. You find out Luca. LeBron and Reeves are sitting out. Imagine what that 13-year-old boy gonna feel like. You know what I'm saying? That whole family that spent all their money buying them tickets to find out the three of the key players are sitting out.
All
So I
three
see
of the key
why.
players sat.
I see why the NBA like, all right, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
reason why they gotta play these games because people are buying y'all tickets to go to
They're
these
buying the
games.
product. They're buying the
Are
product.
buying a product. They ain't buying a product to see the reserves play. You know what I'm saying? So something had to be done. I think more than a
I
K
think more than
fine.
100K would have been reasonable. I want to say
Yeah,
I want to say 100K per player. Damn near. If you were gonna just do 100K per player.
100K per
That's
player
how
sounds about right.
that's how I see it. You know, it don't get no better than that to me. That's just how I see it though. You know, but I personally, my opinion on it, I don't feel like they should. I don't feel like they should be under investigation. I feel like they should go ahead and just slap them in the face like, hey, don't do it. Don't do this again. We're not
Yeah,
gonna investigate you guys because you guys clearly blew them out. But fork over the money and just don't do this shit again, bro. Like
yeah.
just be smarter. Be fucking smarter, nigga.
Be smarter. Do it a different way. Don't have out all five of your starters. Do at least two. God damn, all five is
Like you
crazy.
sat all five and you sat you sat both of the all stars. Like
Not to say you just mentioned it. The next game they all suited back up.
all suited back up, man. They all suited back up. It's a crazy it's crazy shit, man. And go on to the next topic real quick because we can talk about how aggravating that shit is all day. Load management has killed the NBA. We can talk about that shit all day, man. But the Lakers, my Lakers, my LA
Mm-hmm.
Lakers, we ended up losing to the Bucks over the weekend. It was in very convincing fashion, and uh, it was a part of a 4 game skid, and we ended up turning around losing to the Nuggets without Luca and Braun, and that made 5. I think we turned around today and won today, so that
Yeah.
ends that skid. But man, just as I always say, as I've been saying in every fucking post, the playoffs are getting here. The playoffs are getting close. It's
Close.
like maybe 16, 15, 14 games left. So dropping a game right now is insanely crucial. You drop a game right now, and as we see, the Lakers went from the 2 seed, 3 seed,
The 4 seed.
4, 5. They're looking at going to 5 if they were to lose. If they were getting that bitch lost again today, they would have been looking at 5. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Let me ask you this with Luca, because I know we just started this podcast. The Luca fit. How you feel about the Luca fit in LA? Is it deemable to be longevity? Is LeBron gonna pass the torch over to him and he Luca lead the way? How you kind of see that?
I see Luca, I see Luca being here long term. And the only
Okay.
reason why I say that is because you don't you don't come into a role too often to where a franchise literally has traded what they thought was their future after the best player in the league. You feel me? Like most teams though not every team can say they have the best player in the league. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you don't turn around and trade for a top 5 player while also having a top 5 player of all time on your team. That's just unheard of. So I said all that to say I feel like Luka's gonna stay just for the just maybe 1 to 2 years worth of mentorship from Braun. He's gonna love it. He's gonna love every second of it. LeBron was his favorite player. So growing up, that was probably his dream to get beside LeBron at any point in time. And
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
the fact that it's happened in Tinseltown, you feel me, LA,
Yeah.
that's just that's like bringing a kid that's a WWE fan and see John Cena. That's core memory forever, bro. Like I might not ever leave, bro. I might not go nowhere. And
Well,
it's
sticking
just
with the Lakers, man, that's you right about that with him wanting to be with LeBron. I could tell he's happy there. So I
uh-huh,
do agree with
uh-huh,
I do
uh-huh.
agree to that point. He looks happy there.
He
Yeah,
looks
he does
very
look
happy. He
happy.
doesn't he doesn't look like, and this is a stretch because I might just be over exaggerating, but he doesn't look like how he looked last year in the finals. Because
Yeah.
he was looking very stressed. And he was looking very stressed. Very
He
fucking
carried.
stressed.
He carried. You know what I'm saying? He carried the team on his back, literally.
And
Um,
like, go ahead.
yeah. Well, sticking with the Lakers, with Luca, LeBron, what's your take on this Bronny hype? What's your take on this Bronny hype? Is it real? Is it real hype that this boy
Nah.
got game and he just don't get no tick, or he really in the league because of his dad, man? Because I hear the rumors. I'm not a Lakers fan, but I am in the know of certain things. But is it just hype, or he
Um,
really got some game?
I say the kid got game,
Okay.
and I only say the kid got game for the simple fact, bro. Jordan's kid didn't even make it to the NBA. So they can pull that, oh, daddy did this, that, and the third all they want to. Nigga, y'all call
Yeah.
everybody still debate whether or not Jordan was the GOAT. His sons ain't make it. If the
Nope.
GOAT
None of them.
sons didn't make it, he had two of them. None of them niggas
Two of
made it.
them.
None of them
Yeah.
niggas made it. And I ain't gonna lie, we saw them. They were actually cold at the sport, but it was 100 niggas better than them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, like, I don't see what the hate be about, bro. It's like with the Stephen A. bullshit. Get in this thing, in this with Bron. I don't see what the hate is about. That was, you feel me? To me personally, that was utterly disrespectful for one to say that as a man, for one to about another
Speaking on
man's
somebody
child.
else's son.
You feel
Yeah.
me? And two, just to say that about the player in general, like. You don't know what this player. You don't. For one, we don't know what Bronny got going on behind these closed doors, bro. We don't know what kind of shit he has to deal with in the public eye because we're not Bronny James. We don't know what. We don't know what he does on the G League floor or what the G League coach is telling him to do compared to what JJ Redick is giving him the keys to do. You feel me?
Right.
He
Right.
averages 20 in the G League. You average a point and a half in the NBA. And and me personally. A lot of people try to say it's because of no burn. He averages at least 10 a night when he gets on the floor. When they
When he
call
gets on
him
the
up,
floor.
it's at least 10 a night, you know?
Yeah. I
And
seen the stats. Yeah.
it ain't like goddamn it ain't like he's, it ain't like he's not getting the time. He's getting the time.
Yeah.
He's getting the burn. It's more or less confidence. That's just like if I'm gonna use myself, I use myself. That's just like me when I go run in real life runs. I don't go out there and immediately look to make the biggest impact offensively. I go out there
Right.
and do the things that other people won't do. Even if we're on the
Mm-hmm.
concrete court, I'm hustling for the ball, diving. Um, you feel me? Grabbing the rebound, even though I am 6'4" and the tallest person on the court could be 6'10", 6'8", you feel me? Like, I don't know, you know. But he needs to look into more of doing that. Impact the game without the ball. So when you finally do get the keys to the team, or if you ever do get the keys to a team,
He know what to do.
you know what to do. You've already did the dirty work. So now
Yeah.
you know what to expect of the others that have to do the dirty work to get to where you are. You worked for it. And not saying he didn't work to get to the NBA, because goddamn, my nigga, you had to overcome, the heart
A lot.
the heart attack, the cardiac arrest, the heart attack,
Yeah.
you had to overcome the overhype
Filling your dad's
bullshit.
shoes. Yeah.
You
Filling
had
your
to
dad's
come,
shoes.
filling
Yeah.
your dad's shoes. You did a lot. You did a lot to get here. So I can't sit here and disrespect the kid and say he doesn't deserve the shot. I feel like he deserved the shot wholeheartedly. You were drafted number 55th, and you're LeBron James' son. With that being said, bro, take that as enough of what the fuck do these people think I am, and burn
Yep.
this shit, bro. Burn this
Yep.
shit down, son. That's all I can really tell
Mm-hmm.
you. Because me
Well,
personally, let my dad would have been Kobe, and you drafted me 60th. Count the days.
you feel me? You
Count the
feel me?
days.
Sticking with the Lakers. You brought up a point about LeBron and Stephen A. Smith. Do you feel like LeBron handled that situation correctly?
I feel like he did exactly what every other black man in America should do every time their kid is disrespected, no matter what the situation is.
Thank
Me
you.
personally, I
Thank
would have
you.
got a
Thank
fine.
you.
I probably would have assault charges right now because I would have spit and punched on that man. Because who the fuck are you to say that about my child? You feel me? Like, you're not the parent, you're not the
Yeah,
uncle, you're not the grandparent, you're nothing. You're just another figure in the world with a platform.
that's it.
And
With
taking
the
it that
platform,
far to
that's it,
tell
the
me,
voice.
please end this. This shit is getting terrible. It's unbearable. It's about to be unbearable to what the fuck they're gonna see me do to you on this sideline. Cause fuck my job. I got over 500 M's made in my career. I can go sit my ass down at this point. I got 50,000 points. I can go sit my ass down at this point. I'm for the punch you in your
Hmm.
shit.
Not to say LeBron at 40 years old is still averaging numbers like he's in his 20s. Don't disrespect this man like that, man.
Don't
He
disrespect that
in a
man
way,
like that, bro.
don't disrespect this man like that. He's still performing. He's still putting on for the Lakers. And I think he handled it correctly. So yeah, I definitely agree with that point. He handled it right. He like y'all got assault charges. And he came at the man face to face. He ain't do it over no podcast. He ain't do it over no show. He came to that man face to face as a dad should.
Came to
So
that man
I
on the
definitely agree with that.
sideline. Me personally,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Stephen A thought. Because why the fuck do you think you're gonna just show up to this game and not have any repercussions, my nigga?
Right.
Like you
So
thought you was gonna show up and I wasn't gonna say nothing?
and you on
Like,
site? Please,
like you love he
please.
love to walk around and say he love to walk around and say he's untouchable and some shit. And when niggas pull up on you, you be shitting bricks. That'd be funny as shit. I love it, Stephen A.
Well, I know next podcast we got a couple of topics to get into. March Madness is here. A lot of key games next week for the playoffs. The playoffs is next month, so I know a lot of good key games we gonna get next week. So
Man.
we got a couple of things to talk about next podcast, my boy.
Yeah, big dog. And shit, man. The only the way we'll close this out real quick, man. We'll just give them games of the week real quick, and I'll just after that, I'll just ask you, simple. Who's the winner? Who's the loser?
All right.
Nuggets and Warriors, man.
Nuggets and Warriors. The Nuggets just lost to the Wizards on a buzzer beater. So I think the Nuggets gonna come out swinging, even though Jimmy Butler and Curry been on a 10-game winning streak. I'm gonna give it to the Nuggets.
Who knew that was a match made in heaven? Who knew?
Who would
Who
have
knew
thought?
Butler and Curry was the match made in
Who would have thought? Who
heaven?
would have thought with Draymond Green staying
Ready to
on business
punch
over
some shit.
there?
Ready to punch some shit.
Yeah,
Who would have thought, bro?
who would have thought?
Uh,
But I got Nuggets. I got Nuggets.
I got niggas as well. After losing that game to the Wizards, you just got to come back fighting.
You gotta
Thunder
come back
versus
fighting.
Bucks.
Yeah. Thunders and Bucks. Well, as long as you got Doc Rivers as your coach, I'm always gonna go against you. Yeah, man. I'm gonna always go against you. I got Thunders winning by 10.
He said Thunder by 10. God.
Yeah, as long as you got Doc Rivers over there, man,
Oh
you
shit.
ain't gonna get me ticket for you. I
It
lived through
depends
the
on
I lived through the Doc Rivers experience. You know I know.
it depends on for me personally, it depends on whether or not the Thunder get the bright idea to send they start five again. But I'm gonna go Thunder as well. The Thunder clearly one of the best teams in the NBA, top two team in the NBA. Yeah, I'm gonna go Thunder.
hmm
And last game to ask, Grizzly and the Clippers.
Grizzlies versus Clippers. That's gonna be an extra good game. Uh, it really depends on if Jaren Jackson is coming back because he's been out for like the last 10 games. They
Facts.
say that he's supposed to come back this week, but there's no guarantee. So if Jaren Jackson is out, I'm gonna roll with the Clippers. Harden been balling, man. I mean, as much as
Harden
people
has
want to get
been
on
putting
him,
up decent numbers.
he put up that 50 piece last week. Listen, I'm gonna go with the Clippers right now. If Jaren Jackson plays, I might flip the switch, but for right now, I got the Clippers.
All right. So I'm never gonna say like if I could tell a person and actually like sound smart, I would tell the person the Clippers are gonna go 0-82 every season. So with that being said, give me the Grizzlies 4,000.
Oh
Give
no!
me the Grizzlies 4,000,
I
man.
already know that's that Laker in you. I'm already knowing that's
That's
that
that Laker
Laker in
hater,
you.
man. That's that Laker hater, man.
That Laker in you. But Harden been balling. So
Harden,
I ain't gonna sleep.
listen,
Harden been
listen.
balling.
Without the bias, it's honestly a toss up. If like I wouldn't have had an answer if I wasn't biased, but I'm biased, so I have an answer.
Yeah,
Grizzlies in five.
Grizzlies are balling.
Grizzlies in five. And I
Yeah.
ain't talking about 5 games. 5 minutes. First 5 minutes of the game is done. So
Well, first of all, before we end it off, man, appreciate you bringing me in. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the invite. I'm definitely gonna be back. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
sir.
And I
Yes,
want you
sir.
to keep doing your thing.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming. You know,
Of course.
it's been minutes since we've been able to, sit down and chop it up on the sports talk type shit. We can't
Mm-hmm.
even, we can't chop it up like how we want to live, be kicking our ass. So it was a great thing to get down, get in this, quiet space and
Hell yeah.
get back to home base with you real quick, big dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And podcast, y'all definitely see me again. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to support my boy, blowing up, talking the stock, giving out great analysis. So
Mm.
make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, everything, man. Seriously, keep this train rolling.
Hey man, the train gonna roll regardless. I'm gonna always do it. I'm gonna forever do it. Train gonna roll regardless. Y'all
Yes,
just gotta
sir.
pull up, man. But as we said earlier, bro, close this shit out. It's been a wild week, and this shit is gonna only get crazy, man.
Yep.
Gonna get more exciting, and the NBA and NFL all seasons are two things that are very beautiful. But
Very
the
beautiful,
NFL
man.
offseason has been a fucking picture perfect thing. Like it's been so picture perfect. I couldn't guess none of the moves. You feel me? So just to round it off, man, let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on these big moves and the key matchups ahead in the playoffs and just regular games coming up, who you got, man, let me know in the comments or call in to get your take. I talk to anybody on any given day, so you feel me? If you want to get personal to KB, number is in the IG bio. So, at any point in time, hit my line, hit the comment section, and we're gonna end this off with a little prayer.
Look,
Uh, you know, thank God for bringing me and my dog Street in the unison for the one time and keeping us both above water, man. Um, in this time of great sports and great things happening in America, within certain households and within certain things in people's lives, you can only just hope to experience the next whirlwind that comes through for sports. And as long as you, my guy, are really here to help me push and breathe every day and give this content to these people, I'm gonna do this and also put out your work as well. Amen. And that's it. That's it for me, Street, man. You ain't got nothing else to say to close out?
well, listen, I'll leave y'all with this. Um, it's a verse from James chapter 1, verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives it all to liberty, liberal, and without reproach, and it will be given to him. I'll leave y'all with that.
Leaving with that bit, dog. Hey,
Yes,
man,
sir.
sign out. We done. See y'all next week. See y'all on Thursday. And remember, stay tuned in to the Instagram page because there's always something going on. If you don't got none of my post notifications on, turn them on, like, follow, subscribe. Everything's gonna be in the description. Y'all stay
Yes,
blessed.
sir. Y'all stay blessed.